listeners. I continue to be Erica, and today we discuss fear. How do we live in a terrifying, dangerous hellscape without being crushed beneath the weight of it? Well, I answer this question through a story, true to form. It starts way back when, with my friend Brittany, Monica, and myself. Brittany is a photographer, and she's decided to take us on a little road trip into the rural areas of our community. A few hours into our journey, we find a beautiful bridge, hundreds of feet in the air above a rushing river. On the other side, a gorgeous mountainscape. So Brittany and I decide we're going to venture out. Monica is terrified of heights and wants nothing to do with it. We find our way out onto this bridge. We're about halfway across, and we've stopped to take photos of the incredible landscape around us. We hear Monica's voice in the distance, shouting out to us. I turn to look at her and find her pointing off in the distance behind us. As we turn around, Brittany and I see a train coming around the bend, heading straight for us. We look down and realize we're on railroad tracks, and we've been on them the entire time. We take off running, full speed ahead. I'm a little bit ahead of Brittany when I hear her scream out in terror. I turn around and see Brittany's leg is caught between those little wood things, and I immediately, without thought, turn around and run back to her. I throw her arm over my shoulder, and we pull her leg out and start booking it towards the end of the railroad tracks. As we get to the end, we find Monica laughing at the top of her lungs, unable to actually speak to us. And we realize, as we look down, that the railroad tracks end right there. And we turn around and find the train has gone past us long ago. At least the good 3 minutes of us just running from absolutely nothing. We turn around and notice the train has passed long ago, and we were never actually in any real danger. It was, of course, a great time. We laughed. We thought it was hilarious. Nobody actually was hurt, but from that day forward, Brittany considered me her hero, her inspiration, the person who would never leave her to die to a train on a bridge. And I love that honor. I appreciated it fully. The power of fear made me run, but the power of love made me turn back. But why? My theory is it's a habit, something I've made a point to cultivate. I learned to choose love more often than fear. And started with the small things, like making a YouTube vid or standing up for a friend. So when the train came around the bend, I was prepared. I knew how to push past the fear and land in love. How we react to a moment of challenge is not determined in that moment, but all the moments leading up to it. All the challenges we didn't run from, all the fears we faced down, all the risks we took before prepare us for that moment. This is why I do things some people consider brave. But I'm not sitting there thinking, oh, I'm going to go risk my life to save Brittany. I react this way because of a deep love, but not just for my friends or family, but for humanity. I would turn back for any one of you, and not because of who you are, although you're great, or what you've done, but because I chose love a long time ago, even when it's hard. Am I fearless? No, but I rarely act out of a place of fear, because I know where that gets me. From experience, more fear. What's my process? 1, come up with a high-level idea, like make your own YouTube video. 2, think about the worst possible outcome. Everyone's gonna hate me, I have nothing worth saying, and they're all going to make fun of me, just to name a few of my own personal fears. Embrace that possibility. Accept that possible outcome. And then do it anyways. Step 3, act. Do it bad. Fail at it again. Do it again. Fail at it slightly less. Fall on your face. And then celebrate that fall and that failure. Give yourself a participation trophy, because guess what? Failing counts. Quick note for my alpha males out there who might be thinking, soy boy, crystal energy, cringe. That, my fellow strong men, is fear. Fear of failure, fear of change, fear of being different, outside, isolated. And I argue that the opposite is true, that this fear is what holds you back. It's the wedge between you and real connection. And not just with others, but with yourself. You'll never know what you're capable of or where your limits lie until you test them. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to try something different. You're going to have to do things that other people think are crazy. And you're going to have to trust yourself and others. You have nothing to lose but your chains. But why risk your life for another you don't even know? Because life without risk isn't worth living. Because life without sacrifice is a shallow existence. And because if you try, you might just save the world. Or at least Brittany. To wrap things up, I want to congratulate you for even trying to do something. I want to give you props for the failure that you hopefully encounter. And I want to say you're brave for even trying. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you all. Later. The power of love made me and land in love. Rock! So what's my process? 1, get a high-level idea, like make a YouTube video. 2, think about all the awful ways this can blow up in your face.